Hello, everyone from the National Weather Service in Missoula. This is a quick climate update now that we're entering the latter half of meteorological winter. We're mostly just going to look at the next 20 to maybe 30 days as far as outlooks are concerned, and then look back at the last 30 days. So not a whole lot going on the next few days through about the 23rd of the month, just some flurries around. We do have an Arctic potential around the 24th of this month, back to a quieter period, the 26th through the 30th, and then the last day of the month into the first few days of February looks like another potential for fairly good winter-like conditions. So if we do just look through the end of January, through the first couple days of February, looking at the Climate Prediction Center outlooks, you can definitely see a leaning toward below normal temperatures and above normal precipitation. And once again, the moderate Arctic snow event does stand out for late on the 23rd through early on the 25th of this month. There's about a 70-80% chance of that. And then another winter storm potential very end of January into the first few days of February. One thing to keep in mind, mostly in the form of snow, even in the valleys, except for that second period at the end of the month where it could be a wintry mix. So looking at this Arctic, the end of this coming week, late on the 23rd into the 24th, like I was saying, anywhere from 70-80% chance of Arctic air into western Montana, 20-30% chance of it making it into north central Idaho. As far as the amount of snow at this point, looking at probabilities, anywhere from a 30 to 60% probability for at least 2 inches of snow in most valleys. For the passes, over 4 inches of snow, generally 20-40% up to a 60% chance from Marias Pass. Looks like with that cold air pushing in, watch for some black ice potential on Friday evening. Looking a bit further ahead, for the first half of February, those CPC outlooks, once again, leaning toward below normal temperatures, above normal precipitation. Generally, looking at a lot of the ensembles, there's a hint at troughing over British Columbia into the Pacific Northwest, which would put us under an active west to northwest flow pattern, which is very conducive for above average snowfall, including the valleys. One thing we'll just have to keep in mind, a wild card being the potential for cold air to spill out of Canada. If we don't see as much of that, we'll see more of a wintry mix in the valleys. Otherwise, if we do see some of that cold Canadian or Arctic air, into the Northern Rockies, then certainly opens up the potential for more valley snowfall. Something else we can look at, to look forward in the next few weeks is the MJO, Madden-Julian Oscillation. Right now, it's currently enhanced over the Indian Ocean, but it's expected to move into the maritime continent and weaken. And this could certainly favor the wetter weather for the first half of February, but like I've mentioned, there's quite a few other factors in play. Looking just generally at the February outlook that just came out a few days ago from CPC, once again leaning cooler than normal and wetter than normal. Looking into the early part of spring, you'll see that similar trend, cooler and wetter than normal. So once again, this is over a long time period, but in a general sense, a very similar theme. Quick update, we're officially in La Niña conditions. It's a weak La Niña, just barely below the bar there. Looks to be very short-lived and a very weak event as far as La Niña is concerned, and transitioning back into neutral conditions by mid to late spring. So looking at some of our major climate sites, the 1st of January through about the 19th, you can see anywhere from 1 to like 3.5 degrees above normal. That's a pretty common theme there. And then with precipitation, it's quite a mix. You can see it's interesting that Missoula actually has the most snowfall of any of these sites for this, through this part of the month of January. Current snowpack from those snow tells up in the mountains, generally 80 to 100%. For those north central Idaho sites and up north in northwest Montana, even in the Bitterroot, generally like 85% or so, and then a near 80% for the divide. Over the past 30 days, on the left, average temperature departure from average, and on the right, percentage of average precipitation. You can see anywhere from 2 to 6 degrees above average for temperatures in the Northern Rockies, and precipitation generally below average, except a few exceptions being like the Mission and Missoula Valley, parts of Limhi County, and then the western part of Idaho County being near to above average. Last but not least, the drought monitor. Things really haven't changed a whole lot over the past month or so. So still in anywhere from no drought in, say, parts of northwest Montana to moderate to severe drought, and still extreme drought in parts of southwest Montana. So, well, thank you for listening. Hope you all have a good week. Bye now.